Dogs have been humanity's loyal companions for thousands of years. We train them, talk to them, and even confide in them. But, do they actually understand what we're saying? Or are they just responding to tone and body language? Science may have the answer, and it's more surprising than you might think. For years, dog owners have debated whether their pets recognize specific words or if they simply react to familiar sounds. But recent studies reveal something fascinating. Dogs may process language much like humans do. Researchers have used brain scans to examine how dogs interpret human speech, and the results change everything we thought we knew. In a groundbreaking study, scientists at Eötvös Loránd University in Hungary placed dogs inside MRI machines and measured their brain activity while they listened to human speech. The scans showed that dogs process words in the left hemisphere of their brain, the same region humans use for language. More importantly, they found that dogs don't just react to tone. They distinguish between words and sounds, proving they recognize language in a way far more complex than previously believed. This discovery shatters the old assumption that dogs only respond to how we say something rather than what we say. Your dog isn't just reacting to your voice, it's actually listening and decoding language at a deeper level. But just how many words can a dog learn? The answer might surprise you. Chaser, a Border Collie, was once dubbed the world's smartest dog, after demonstrating an astonishing vocabulary of over 1,000 words. Her owner, a psychologist named John Pilley, spent years rigorously training her to associate words with specific objects. Chaser didn't just recognize names, she understood categories. If given a completely new toy and asked to fetch the frisbee, she could logically deduce that the unfamiliar item must be the frisbee. This level of cognition rivals that of a 2-year-old child. Most dogs can learn around 165 words, with some breeds excelling beyond that. Border Collies, Poodles, and German Shepherds tend to have the highest word comprehension, while others, like Afghan Hounds and Basenjis, may learn fewer due to their independent nature. But word recognition is only part of the equation. The real question is, do dogs understand sentences? For decades, trainers have noticed that dogs react differently to subtle variations in commands. A dog taught to fetch the red ball will not react the same way if told to fetch the blue ball. This suggests that dogs don't just memorize words in isolation, they understand the structure and context of what's being said. Some dogs even detect inconsistencies in human speech. If you say "let's go for a walk," while grabbing car keys instead of a leash, many dogs will hesitate. They recognize that something doesn't add up. This suggests a level of critical thinking that goes beyond simple conditioning. Dogs also react to words spoken in different languages. A study in 2022 found that dogs raised in bilingual households responded differently to words spoken in their primary language versus a second one. This indicates they recognize the patterns and structures of language, not just the sound of familiar words. But how does this work in real-life situations? Imagine coming home from work and telling your dog, "You've been such a good boy today." Does he understand every word? Probably not, but he may pick up on "good boy" and associate it with past rewards, reinforcing positive behavior. Dogs also recognize words based on tone, but that doesn't mean they're fooled by it. If you say "bad dog" in a cheerful voice, your dog may wag its tail at the tone, but still recognize the negative phrase. Scientists have also explored whether dogs can comprehend emotions through language. In one experiment, researchers played recordings of human voices expressing happiness, anger, and sadness. Dogs consistently responded differently based on the emotional tone, showing they can distinguish feelings through speech. The implications of these findings are huge. It means that when you talk to your dog, you aren't just making noise. Your pet is actively listening, decoding, and reacting in ways that mirror human communication. But why did dogs evolve this ability? One theory is that domestication played a significant role. Over thousands of years, dogs that could better understand human speech had an advantage. They received more food, more affection, and more opportunities to thrive. This may explain why dogs are uniquely skilled at interpreting human language compared to other animals. Wolves, their closest relatives, do not show the same level of language comprehension. In studies comparing domesticated dogs to hand-raised wolves, dogs consistently outperformed wolves in word recognition and human-directed communication. Another intriguing aspect of canine language comprehension is their ability to anticipate actions. Many dogs recognize routines based on verbal and nonverbal cues. If you say "time for bed," your dog might head toward its sleeping spot, even if you don't move. If you mention dinner, you may suddenly have an excited pet staring at its food bowl. This anticipation isn't just about conditioning, it's a sign of memory and recognition. Dogs remember past interactions and associate words with specific outcomes. So, can dogs truly understand human words? The evidence suggests they can, at least to a greater degree than we ever imagined. They don't process language exactly as humans do, but they recognize words, understand context, and even detect emotional tones. For dog owners, this means that communication isn't just one-sided. Talking to your dog isn't pointless. It helps build trust, reinforces training, and strengthens the bond between you and your pet. The next time you speak to your dog, remember, they may be understanding more than you think. What do you think? Does your dog understand words, or do you believe they mostly rely on tone and body language? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your experiences. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit the thumbs up button, it really helps the channel. And if you want more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a new upload. If this fascinated you, you'll love learning about the smartest dog breeds and how they compare in intelligence. Click on our next video to see which dogs rank at the top of the list.